Welcome back to the thrilling conclusion of the first season of Liechtenstein Legends. It's been a wild one. I am Pengy, and I'm here to guide you through the final set of games in this season. Man, promotion or not, that is the question. The finals of the promotion playoff is us against Baden. This is the lineup. Meyer in goal, Sonderecker, Vegetti, Tony, Kaufmann in the back, Amsi, Meyer in the middle, Kühne on the right, Dorta on the left, Ibrahimi and Vuleta up front. I mean, there isn't much to talk about at the beginning of these videos, right? Like, I like to open the video and sort of talk a bit about the club. What are the games that have happened? Maybe we've scouted some new players, or maybe something's happened. There is no downtime between these videos right now. It's literally just end the video, go forward 2 days, and start the next video. So, on the one hand, I love that we're getting all of these wild matches. On the other hand, I would really like some time for some exterior narratives to develop. But that'll be less of a problem going forward, because this is well and truly the end of the season. The winner gets promoted, the loser does not. We got our dream opponent in Baden, and we're just going to jump right into it, guys. Time is a-wasting, and we see it here. No substitutes. Which means one thing. It means one thing and one thing only. It means that we are pressing more and getting stuck in. Injuries! Alright, now, of course, something else that's going on is that, on the one hand, Young Boys also have an incredibly good youth team, as do Gatesay. But I had some trouble with Gatesay in the first game this season, so, you know, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Gatesay lose and not get promoted so that we don't have to deal with them. Alright, first highlight is 8 minutes in. Felipe Dorta's a little bit deep right now. He's got a little bit of space to move, try to find a pass. Meyer picks it up. Great through ball to Kühne. It's usually him that's providing the through balls, but what vision by Meyer. Kühne with the run, and it's an early goal for Eschenmauren. It doesn't get much better than that. Dorta, I mean, look at the vision here, and the run as well. He starts his run so early. The defenders can't believe what's going on. It's 1-0. All right. Okay. Everything really is coming together, isn't it? If we win this match, we get promoted. We win the Liechtenstein Cup. Ibrahimi's in. It's not 2. I don't know how much our reputation is going to be affected by this. I don't know what level of players we'll be able to bring in. I don't know exactly what the transfer budget or the wage budget's going to look like. But I guarantee you, without these stupid homegrown rules, if we get promoted, our team is going to look so much better next year, to the point where we might even be able to make a run at a back-to-back titles in the Liechtenstein Cup. I mean, if we did it this time, Vuleta gets through. He's played on by Geiger. It's 2-0. Oh, yes. But yeah, I mean, I think the players that I'm sure you guys have come to know will probably still be here. The likes of your Felipe Dortas, your Vuletas, even your Ibrahimi, although he may play a little bit second fiddle to somebody else if we can find somebody better. But yeah, I mean, we've already brought in a couple of these guys, new center back, new goalkeeper, people who aren't able to play in these league games right now. But there will be a pretty sizable team rebuild over the summer if we get promoted. And it also part of it also depends on who we get drawn against in the Europa Conference League. If we get drawn against like the team that finished 3rd in San Marino, I don't think that it's impossible for us to win. So all of a sudden, there may be a little bit more emphasis put on winning 1 or 2 rounds. Oh, Ibrahimi! There might be a little bit more emphasis put on winning 1 or 2 rounds in the qualifying stages of the Europa Conference League, just because that's so much money that you can't. And it's also really, really good for your reputation. So that is going to be something that we do focus on. A little bit at least. Obviously, if we get pulled against, like, the team that finished 4th in Bulgaria, we're not going to win. But, like, you know, some teams that we could get drawn against, maybe we can win. 2-0 at halftime. It's not bad. I'm not complaining. We're starting things off with a free kick from the Baden side, but it's an immediately, an immediate turnover, if you will. Meyer gets it back, and again, we're seeing more of the same that we saw in that I was describing in the last episode a little bit. Like, whenever we lose the ball, we go for a lot of these sort of killer balls. How has he scored from there? Voleta has somehow made it 3. Okay. Wow, look at this. Oh, so Meyer ends up, he messed it up a little bit before this started, but immediately wins the ball back. Then he finds the ball that he needs. Brilliantly worked move there between everyone. I'm surprised Voleta was able to score from that. It's not even that hard a shot. Just kind of cushions it in, perfectly placed to the corner, and just out of reach of the keeper. And now, it's only been a minute, but here comes Ibrahimi. There's nobody with him, but he beats one man. His hold-up play is good, and Kühne puts it just barely wide. It hits the outside of the post, apparently. Man. And again, I mean, it really feels like we're trying to seal things up in the first leg here, which I'm not against. I don't know how we've just started playing so well. Oh, Ibrahimi hits the post again. How many woodwork shots have we hit? How do I change this? Oh, whatever. But it is weird to me in a way that, like, I mean, I guess what the main thing is that a lot of these players, even prior to me coming in, were new signings, so there wasn't a lot of cohesion with the team. That is something I noticed under the Dynamics tab when I first picked up the save. No real team cohesion, so that's a surprisingly good goal by Rodriguez there. Wow. But the fact that we're sitting here and, like, we've had a whole season to sort of develop the cohesion in the way that we want the team to play, especially because we've stuck to the same system for the most part, with just a couple of minor changes around the edges. I think the players are really getting really used to playing both in the system and also as a unit, and that's why we've just seen such a massive rate or increase in the level of play. He says, okay, I guess we do need to focus up a little bit, because they've just scored twice in 5 minutes, and what looked like a pretty sealed game is no longer looking like a pretty sealed game. I think what I'm going to do is nothing, because we don't have good subs. But, let's see. Let's, we will counterpress, but we're going to take off countering. I don't want to, like, prevent them from doing anything countery, so I don't want to, like, add the hold shape option. But, like, somewhere more in the middle, I guess. One more goal would be really good for us here. Like, honestly, we have kind of just tossed this away, which is a little disappointing. Something that might be an interesting idea as well is that if we win this like 4-2, is it worth using one of my non-homegrown spots on the better keeper? That might be worth considering. Now, we would have to drop one of our most important field players, but it might be worth it. Oh, not like this. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you do you, buddy. Something that also needs to be considered is that Baden did not play in the semifinal, so they have a lot more in the tank than we do. You can see Sonderecker's been injured as well. What is the injury? I mean, if he's going to be out for like a week anyway, like, he's probably not playing the next game, so we're just going to leave him on. I don't really care if his injury is exacerbated by like an extra week or two, because we're going into the offseason after this anyway. 6 minutes remaining as Voleta picks it up. He's got 2 on his own account. Tries to assist Brahimi today, but Ibrahimi's not really finding his scoring boots. I think he has 2 assists, though. He's been pretty good today. Even though he hasn't actually scored. What has occurred? What the hell just happened? What? Okay, let's look at it again. I'm actually very confused. Why? I'm upsetty. I am frustrated. Well, it's been a less extreme version, or a less extreme reverse of the Vevey game. The drama never ceases, does it? We can't just have a nice, easy waltz through any of these matches. Alright, an opportunity for us. Amtsi. Sonderecker with acres of space. Finds a good ball into Vuleta. It's a corner at least. Man, not a good game. I mean, like, a draw is a draw, but, like, that wasn't good. That ended up being very not good. Frustrating. We're going to make some changes going into the next one. I kind of want to sign Adrian Santos, I'm not going to lie. He's not really interested, but I'm going to keep scouting him so that I keep getting notifications. Then maybe after we beat his team, he'll be interested. 2 to 4 days for Sonderecker. So an interesting thing that happens now, right? Sonderecker is injured. And Meyer is fucking... Never mind. I was going to say Sonderecker is injured, so what we can do is bring Weibel in, which gives us one more homegrown player. But we're going to have to replace him with somebody in the center mid. Sheher, probably. Is there somebody else that I could take off? Amtsi's, like... So I do want to bring Liuka in, because Rigetti did not play great that game and is also very tired. Is there any... Kühne? Problem is Meyer is the one who plays there, so... What do I do? What do I do? Because, like, I want to use Robin Heller in goal if I can, but I don't think I can. Alright, I guess this is what we're going with. Slight changes. Nothing too huge. I mean, I guess our keeper has played pretty well in recent times, so... It's okay. It's okay. The fact that we've... Oh, Sonderecker is, like, actually suspended as well, so... That injury comes at an okay time. Oh, Vaduz was relegated. That is... Ooh, it's a little sad. It's not... It's good for us in terms of, like, winning the Liechtenstein Cup back-to-back. But it's also a little bit yikes because we want the nation to do well as well. So whenever we have teams from the nation doing poorly, that does kind of suck. Which also leads into an interesting thing that I've been considering. We might end up in a situation where I have a bunch of extra money that I don't need to reach, like, early in the near future. Like, this is, like, down the line, like 20 years down the line. There might be a time where, for the sake of the save, the best thing I can do with money is just, like, pump several $1 million into, like, the other Liechtenstein clubs just to try to improve them. So that they're also bringing in more youth and, like, producing better players. It's gonna get wild the further we go. But, here we go, guys. 3-3 going into the second leg here in Baden. Let's please just get it done. Oh, please. Amtsi is looking a little tired, but everyone else looks okay. As a reminder to myself, I just forgot I need to do this. Get stuck in. Injure them. Injure them. The first attack appears to be Baden's. Lasky. This is the most important game of the season. This is more important than the Vaduz game. More important than the Liechtenstein Cup. It's a good through ball to Ibrahimi. And it's a good start again. It's 4-3 on aggregate. We're not going to get too cocky this time. Nicely done. Kühne with another brilliant through ball. He's so good at picking out those passes. Although I guess in that kind of a situation it's not that hard. But, okay. 1-0. Meyer's going to try to find somebody. Can't really do too much with that. The ball forward is poor. Can we find a way through? Now that we've scored early, it's going to force them to open up a little bit more. They're going to need to be going for goals. As Ibrahimi's through again. Oh, it's such a beautiful chip. Just chips it over the keeper. Absolute cocky motherfucker. Wow, look at this, right? Ibrahimi almost loses out, but wins it back. Vuleta takes over. It's a well-worked move at the end there, but This cheeky little chip there. Oh, you love to see it. And now with Baden really forced to open up, forced to push forward, do we maybe pull back and play a more cautious style of play? If we score again, we will. Ibrahimi goes close. But at this point, it's just working, right? Like, Baden hasn't managed to do anything. I don't really see any reason to change anything, but maybe going into the second half, we go for a little bit more of a cautious approach, especially if we score a third, right? All right, Weibel. Dorta wins the header. Not the best ball out by Ibrahimi, but Kühne, well, we're maintaining possession. Is he on, Kühne? It looks like he is. Vuleta! No, I believe Kühne was the one who was offside. Doesn't say who, but one of them was off. At the end of the day, I mean, we are dominating this game so far. Similar to the last game. I saw an injury. I was really hoping it was theirs, but it's not. It's Gatesy who sustained an injury. All right. It's again another highlight from Eschenmauchen. Can we find a way through? Turney, long ball, Ibrahimi. There's so many men. Whenever we smell weakness, so many players just congregate waiting for that one perfect pass. So many options present themselves rather, and it just becomes so difficult for the opposition to deal with. All it takes is the lapse of like one lapse in judgment from one of like the 5 players who's tasked with man marking in that situation. So it becomes very difficult for them to deal with as Ibrahimi makes his first half hat trick official. It's 3-0, but we are not done yet. We've seen what this means sometimes in the last game. This was also the scoreline in the last game. We are not going to take anything lightly. It's a brilliantly crossed ball by Scherer there. Scherer doing a very good job stepping in at the last minute here for the suspended Meyer. And he's done well. It's 3-0 at the half. Not really much to say, except good job, do more. And I think we're going to leave it on positive for 15 minutes. And then we're going to pull it back a little. You know what? No. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay. We're going to pull it back already. We're going to go cautious. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really need to change too much else. We will counter. We're not going to counter press, though. Cool. I like that. I like that. There's only 10 minutes left, guys. Nothing has happened in this second half at all. And I am okay with this. There's no way they score 4 goals in the next 6 minutes. There's absolutely no way. And it's going to be a red for them as well, as if it couldn't get harder. Oh, no. Absolute disaster for Baden, but that's going to be it. We almost threw away the first leg, but the second leg, a hat trick from Ibrahimi, a 3-0 win, a 6-3 aggregate win. And what a first season it's been. Promotion, a cup win. We get $39,000. I didn't know that was a thing. Awesome. Fantastic. We have a transfer budget. 96 grand. Cool. And other than that, unexpected promotion. A little bit. And I'm just going to do this little interview, but we're going to stick around a little bit. I want to see the end of season rewards. So, yeah, let's have a nice little end of season sort of review. All right, and here it is, the end of season review. The new arrivals, Robin Heller, of course, Luca and Heller not really playing too much. Timo Rigetti, though, becoming a bit of a staple in the defense. The season's results. I mean, A+ board confidence. Not quite enough to win the league, but it's more than enough to get promoted, along with Grasshoppers. So yeah, I guess you could say that our group was the most stacked group after all. I was a little bit sad that the board wasn't judging us on this, but it does make sense. Valdut's is just so much better. Our average home attendance is almost 600. That's not bad at all, actually. And, well, the Europa League, we're going to start up on the Europa Conference League soon. I'm surprised that they're not mentioning the Vaduz game as a moment to remember. But apparently this is the moment to remember, the promotion one, which is fair enough. Goal of the season was actually from the Baden game earlier today. And yeah, I mean, we sold some jerseys. This is what I was talking about the other day. 289 grand in sponsorship is pretty big. No broadcast revenue, so not even the Liechtenstein Cup final was on TV. But yeah, this is always nice to sort of look at season on season. We'll see how it ends up looking next season if we do more. 173 jerseys, ain't bad. I actually looked up where to buy Eschen jerseys earlier. Can't find anywhere. It looks like Ibrahimi actually ends up being the highest rated player, even ahead of Felipe Dorta, which is kind of surprising to me. 15 goals in 23 is pretty wild. Wow. Vuleta is the fans player of the season. Wow, really? That's cool. I didn't expect that at the beginning of the season. Oh, whoops. Nurkan Ibrahimi is the young player of the season. Vuleta, goal of the season. Dorta is the top goal scorer. Libo Meyer with the most assists. Not bad. He probably won't play next season, honestly. He's one of the homegrown players that we're kind of forced to use. Dorta with the most player of the match. Nurkan Ibrahimi with the highest average rating. Records don't really matter for this kind of a save right now. The fastest goal was Dorta, 4 minutes and 36 seconds. All right. Oh, there we go. It's talking about the win over Vaduz there. Eschen Malvin owe everything to a fantastic start to the season. I would argue that it's more the end of the season that was important there. We had a very awkward middle of the season. And, yeah, we got to talk about the vision a little bit, I guess. Sign Liechtenstein players. I don't like that, but they want us to fight bravely against relegation and be competitive in the Europa Conference League. What? Alright, so we're going to negotiate this a little bit, actually. The main thing I want to do is move this down a season or two, buy a little bit more time with the finances. So they want to play defensively solid soccer, play direct soccer, and play counter-attacking soccer. I don't like this. I mean, I don't mind direct. Let's remove this if we can. Are you guys okay with this? No, they don't. Alright, we'll do one season on that. Wow, they don't want to budge on anything. Okay, fine. Fine. Alright, well, the end of team meeting, or end of season team meeting went very poorly. I was like, hey, let's not get relegated. And they were like, be realistic. We beat Vaduz! Alright. So, we only get 3 weeks off, which is interesting. I mean, I guess the postseason, if you will, was pretty long. But I guess that's that. We're probably not going to know who we're playing in Europe for quite a while. I can probably figure that out now, actually. When are we going to know that? Yeah, not for a couple of weeks. But that's been it for this first season. It's been wild. It's been an incredible ride. What an ending as well. Just episode on episode here at the end. And if you guys have enjoyed the season, please leave a like. And if you guys want to see what comes next, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. I'm really looking forward to continuing to get stuck in with this save. I've developed a little bit of a backlog of videos now, just because I wanted to play through the end of the season really, really badly. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun. I mean, generally speaking, the more we go on, like, I won't be having as much of a backlog of videos, if you will, right? It's like at the end of the day, I'm having a blast playing this save. I'm really excited to see what next season brings. And yeah, I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, because it's going to get wild. We're playing some European football, maybe even winning a game or two. So definitely check that out. I've been Pengy, and thank you for joining me on this first season of Liechtenstein Legends. And I will see you all next time. Hey everybody. Here at the end of the first season of Liechtenstein Legends, I just wanted to send a quick thank you to everyone who's been watching, everyone who's been commenting, liking the videos, especially as we do this sort of live. The channel is still very new, the series is still very new, and it's been a little bit hard for me to promote the series because honestly FM is a very niche game that a lot of my, pretty much almost all of my existing sort of viewer base doesn't have any interest in. So for those of you who have been interested, especially those of you who are leaving comments, Robert Stone, Vintage Crispy, Noah Shelby, Melty, you guys have given me so much motivation to continue the series. I really love seeing you guys comment and seeing you guys react, and especially when we have something awesome go on, like, you know, when we win the cup in the first season, stuff like that. Like, it's really great to see you guys really excited about that as well. And it, even though the growth is a little bit slow, we've picked up a couple subscribers here and there. So, you know, we're making some progress. I have some ideas for like how to sort of build the channel a little bit, but for now, you guys are a big part of the motivation that I have going forward. So, one thing that I also want to do that's going to change the way things operate a tiny bit going forward is that since I was moving and since I've been like setting up things in my apartment, like the acoustic foam, just like furniture in general, you know, moving stuff, I've preferred to sort of have a backlog of videos that'll allow me to go 4 or 5 days without recording and not go 4 or 5 days without uploading, right? I don't want there to be that really, really long sort of gap between uploads. But now, as I am mostly set up, I'm going to sort of try to get through the backlog and sort of have that catch up to where I am in the save. I'm a little bit ahead right now. I'm a few episodes ahead. But we're going to get closer and closer to it. And the end goal is that by the end of the second season, I want to be recording the next episode after the previous episode airs, right? So I want to be recording episode 12 after... Or I guess 12 is a little bad example because we're already going to get there in this season, I think. But like, I want to record episode 19 after episode 18 is uploaded, right? And what that's going to allow is it's going to allow me to sort of address questions, talk about the comments, just sort of interact with you guys a little bit more and allow you guys to sort of shape the content a little bit more. If you guys want to see the finances, you can tell me and I'll be able to show you. If you guys want to see certain aspects, I'll be able to actually take that into account and have that make the viewing experience better for all of you. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's the plan going forward. For Season 2, I still have some of my backlog, so we're going to be sort of working through that, but by the end of Season 2, the idea is that we will be mostly caught up, and from there on, it'll be a lot more interactive. You guys will have a lot more power in how the series progresses. So, to sum it up, thank you all so much for continuing to support. I'm loving the save. Season 2, so far, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy Liechtenstein Legends. I'll see you for Season 2.